Okay. Before we get to this video, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. And I feel like you already know what I'm going to say. Yes, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe. A lot of y'all watch, but y'all don't be subscribing. And I need you to help me out with this. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. What is up? We are live. Make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. It's just different podcasts. And I feel like I say this every Wednesday, y'all. I love the Wednesdays. I love bringing on athletes. They can talk about their journey, talk about why they made the decision, give some advice, and help y'all out. So if you are just tuning in, go ahead and hit that like button. We already at 6 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get this to 10 likes. We got a lineup. Today. We got Chikae that's going to Penn State. We got Bella that's going to Duke. And we got Autumn. So who's the third person? We got Autumn that's also going to Duke. What is up, Devin? Congratulations to all the young ladies hoping for a successful, fun career. What is up, Marley? What is going on? How y'all feeling? Let me know where you are tuning in from. Shakai will be up first. Shakai is going to Penn State, as I stated. We have Autumn, who is going to Duke. And we got Bella, who is going to Duke. We got 2 Dukes on here today. I like to sometimes like separate them. It's just kind of laying it that way. We got 2 from Duke. What is up, Kendra? What is going on? Devin says congratulations. Kendra says congratulations. I see Houston in the building. Okay, H-Town, Houston is in the building. Let me know where y'all are tuning in from. We got those 10 likes quick. I feel like we can get to 15. If you have not hit that like button, go ahead and smash that like button. And we are going to go ahead and get started. We are going to go ahead and get started. As I said, we got Shakai coming up first. After that, we will have I think it's Autumn. I don't know. Y'all don't quote me. It might be Autumn. And then I think we're going to finish it off with Bella. Y'all stay through for all of these young ladies who have made the decision of where they going to school next year. Where they will be going to school next year. And we're going to go ahead and get started with Shakai. A straight bucket. First of all, hold on. I got y'all muted. There we go. What is up? How y'all feeling? Let me make sure my camera in the middle. Let me make sure we're in the middle there. How y'all feeling?
Good. I'm great.
Good.
We on 2 different devices, which I would assume in 2 different locations. Shakai, where you at?
I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Florida. First of all, before we even get to that, because I already want to go to that. Before we even get to that, go ahead and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Shakai Desdunes. I'm a senior. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and like I just said, I go to a prep school called DME Academy in Daytona Beach, Florida. So,
Got it. Before we get to the prep, you are committed to Penn State. What made you choose Penn State?
for me, it was the coaching staff, the players, just the field there. One of the biggest things for me was kind of that relationship, that family atmosphere there, and also on the court. My biggest thing was kind of seeing those practices, and if I could thrive where kind of I was going to be at, and I definitely saw that being there, watching their practices. Uh, on that visit, I got to see 2 practices actually, so that was pretty cool, and
Mm-hmm.
to interact with the girls and see kind of their playing style and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that was my decision.
When did you feel like you knew like this is the one?
Really on the visit I did know, but I was kind of still split because
Mm-hmm.
it was like my other like top schools. I still really liked them too, but on the visit I kind of knew. Just the coaching staff was they made me feel so comfortable. It felt like home really. So
Yeah. Now, I mean, you kind of just answered it, but because you had a what? Did you narrowed it down to like a final three or well, you said
it
split. So
was
I'll just talk about the two. I'll talk
yeah,
about the split.
it was top
What
six, but yeah, it was kind of split. Like my last, right before I decided, I was split between Penn State and Michigan State. So
what gave like Penn State like just that extra like edge of like because I feel like it's always hard like a lot of people talk about like getting recruited but to me the hardest part is when you down to like three four because I feel like they all kind of the same. It's like I can go either which way. So like what gave Penn State that like edge?
it was really tough. Honestly, it was a really tough decision. Michigan State, Coach Felix, she's a great, great coach. Like I give my flowers to her when I was talking to her. But really, Penn State, they really believed in me, the coaching staff, and I really like that on their coaching staff. They have two former WNBA players who played for the head coach there, who play my position. They're kind of similar to me a little bit, so I really like that. So that kind of gave them the edge. They really believed in me as much as I believed in myself. Like they had a lot of the same goals for me that I have. So we kind of just up. And like I said, it was very comfortable on the visit. They were really cool, very funny, just good vibes there for sure. So
Yeah, I like it. Dad, at the end of the day, athlete, it's up to them, right? They the one that's gonna play there. They don't want to have to go there. But the parents got some say so in this. What about Penn State made you feel comfortable and confident enough to say this is the one?
Well, I mean, once she narrowed it down and Penn State was in there, I started, doing more homework on her last 5, 6 schools. But from out the gate, I mean, Penn State is a public school. Ivy is one of the best educations you could get. So that stuck out immediately. Historic school has the most living alumni in the world. That's a crazy stat right there. So connections and all that. So I wasn't. I was cool with Penn State out the gate. If
Yeah.
once I realized because I didn't know it was a public school, Ivy. I didn't know it was that good of a school. So it was an easy choice for me if she wanted to go there. I mean that was good enough. You're gonna get a good education and be able to do what you want to do. The visiting stuff just made it sweet. With
Yeah.
the and seeing how much she believed in Shakai and the things she saw for us. So
Yeah. What
I was good with
questions?
it.
What questions, if any, did you ask? Just on any of the visits, did you ask the coaching staff while on visits?
To be honest, I kind of let them talk. I kind of listen and try to do the judging from there. Seeing try to judge it how I can. To be honest, because I just don't think you're gonna get a full grasp in 2 days. Like you're just
Right.
trying to. I'm about to just figure out this whole thing in 2 days. I think that's tough. So questions. I really didn't come in there with just no specific real questions. I wanted to fill out the vibe. I wanted to see, how the environment was. I wanted to get caught off guard on
Yeah.
things. So, I think my antennas are up just to, see how stuff going.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare that way, like what questions I need to ask or nothing like
Yeah.
that.
Got you. Got
So
you.
to be honest, yeah.
That makes sense. Shakai, you said you in Florida, at DME. What made you choose to go the prep route?
for me, just with my situation, my journey, playing basketball in Louisiana, a lot of people you don't really get seen out there. Like a lot of the best players from Louisiana, just like one of them, Michaela Williams. She had to play with the Arkansas Mavs. She played regular high school, but she had to play with the Arkansas Mavs to kind of get her name out there. She was ranked top 2 in the country. But for me, I felt like Cypher, like they did a lot for me, but I felt like it wasn't enough just for my player development and learning the game of basketball, getting better in the weight room, just year round. So
Mm-hmm.
having side figure in the summer, and then also having, a prep school with a great schedule. We're lifting weights with someone who used to be a strength and conditioning coach at a college, a D1 college. And then coaches, we watch a lot of film. It's really similar to like a college schedule, and it really prepares you for that. And I feel like it's prepared me. I've grown so much, on and off the court, just learning about myself, especially just being away from home, being away from my dad, and so just in every aspect, I feel like it was 100% like the best choice for me, just growing as a person, growing on the court, weight room, growing my IQ, just everything. So
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, like, and I've had this conversation with a lot of people. I've always been not just like against prep, but like just more so like if I got a kid, like they going public. Like I want them to enjoy just being a kid and being at their high school and playing for their high school. But the more and more that I've actually had these conversations and had other athletes that are prep, it's like I understand it way more. Like kind of like what you just said, Chicago, just the fact of like this is a year round thing and like the strength and conditioning is the most important part. Like I'm gonna be honest, like most of these high schools is just not doing that. So like I've watched like when I watch other people's social media, like JC, I've kind of watched their social media, the stuff that I see at Legion, and I'm like, yo, like this some real work. So like I am now like just starting to see like yeah, and I'm still like on the public, like I love the public, but I'm really starting to see like the true benefit of going prep, of getting, like you just said, like you're pretty much in college at the end of the day. You're away from your family, like you on a schedule, you got strength and conditioning. Like, I think that's dope. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's very dope. Like, Chris, what made you, as a family, what made y'all go ahead and make that move?
Well, I mean, just from a basketball standpoint, like you said, in Shakai's situation, I mean, she pretty much grew up playing this basketball. I mean, it's part of her life. So, just realizing the the everyday grind of it. Every day you're gonna be doing what you need to do on the floor, and you're gonna get your must needed schoolwork in. You're not
Yep.
doing, you know, these crazy classes. I ain't gonna say crazy, but just classes you don't need to go to college.
Yeah. Right.
So taking all your must needs and doing what you need to do that. But in your day is just as long as going to school in a regular day, and you done got double time to work in that a kid who just going to a regular school get. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my main thing: the development, the faster development, and I knew if you want to go where like Power Five and play with the best girls in the world, this is probably going to help you the most. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be your current situation. To elevate your mind, your game, better coaches, more coaches. Who just it was a no brainer for me. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
if we was gonna be able to make it happen with trying to move 9 hours away and she was gonna go stay in the dorm or if luckily her mother was able to go and move to Florida, so made that
Oh, your
a
mom
big
moved to
sacrifice.
Florida.
yeah, my mom and
Yeah,
my 6-year-old brother are out here. So
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
dope.
worked out. Even better. She didn't have to just go and stay in the
Mm-mm.
dorm because she was willing to do that. She eventually was like, "I'm willing to go and stay in the dorm," which is nice. This is cool. It's a good situation. But once her mother said she was willing to go and was able to do it,
Mama said, I'm
uh,
going with her. I'm going
I'm
with
going with her.
her.
Going with her. So it was a win-win situation, man. I mean, and I love the move. It was the best thing we could ever did.
Yeah, that's dope. Shakai,
Uh,
what challenges what challenges did you face making a move? What challenges have you faced?
I would say for me, like just last year, it was a lot of challenges. You know, we played against 10 top 25 teams. We didn't win as much as we wanted to. Like, it was pretty much not a down season, but we really wanted to be better. We started off preseason top 15 in the country, and we didn't end off in the ranking. So just challenges for me and for Gigi, who's like my counterpart on that team last year. Um, it was really just winning and being able to lead a team with not having as much kind of scoring help as you would want, and just helping a lot of areas. So it was kind of just us too. But for me, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Confidence wavered. I was kind of, I had a lot of, not a lot, but I had like a beginning of the season. I had like a 5 game stretch where I just confidence was down. The first few games.
Was it
And
down because like y'all were losing, or like you wasn't playing well, or you what? Like why was the confidence? Why was there a confidence change?
we weren't losing. We started off like 6-0, but yeah, I
Okay.
just wasn't as well as I wanted to, and it was kind of new for me, new team. Just kind of getting that chemistry wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and that was kind of one of our challenges throughout the whole year, honestly. So um, it was that. Yeah, it was pretty much just the mental game for me, and
Right.
just growing helped me a lot going into my senior year, and I'm just a lot in a way better headspace going into this year, and I just feel a lot more confident in myself, and it went into AAU as well. So yeah, just learned a lot about myself as a person on and off the basketball court. That was the main challenges for me. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
That's
really
good.
basketball. The coaches, they kind of put in place what I needed on the floor, and it was really about me being confident enough in myself to perform. And whether it was really just a me problem, wasn't really coaching or anything like that. So
That's good. That's good. How do you feel this decision and just software like AAU and prep? Like how do you feel it has helped prepare you for the next level?
just it's so much help. Like a lot of coaches who came to see us play said like our practice is most similar to like a college practice that at other high schools. So just going to these college practices and seeing like some of the same drills that Coach Mike is doing with us, I know like when I go to college, I'm gonna be ready for those practices. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be ready for the weights. I'm gonna be ready pretty much in every aspect. It's really just on me to kind of push myself because it's gonna be another level. But so yeah, I feel like it
Yeah.
prepared me in every way.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna slide this way. James says, "Congrats."
Thank you, thank you.
We got some hundreds in the chat. Rep your city. Love y'all. So proud of you. Marty says, "Welcome." We got some more congrats in the chat. Yeah, if y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop questions in the chat. Chris. So I remember maybe so that was year before last, either year before last or last year. I can't really remember. Y'all actually left Sci-Fair, went to another program, and then came back. What can
Yep.
you just kind of like talk about that? Like, kind of what made you think about doing something different, and what made you say, "All right, now this is where we need to be."
All right, yeah, I could talk about it. So pretty much around this time of the year, us being from Louisiana, we playing for a Texas team. I kind of, we kind of got the vibe that maybe, not maybe Sci-Fi didn't want Shakai to play, but Shakai wanted to play 17s.
Got you.
And of course, they got Aaliyah Chavez, Bella Hines, Nia Foy. They got a loaded team. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking maybe, all right, well, maybe Shakai, you could be the 6-7 man. I'm cool with that,
Uh huh.
if you want, But initially, I don't think she wanted that. I think she was like, man, I want to play 17. So
Got you.
when the opportunity came, I think it was pretty early. What it was, maybe February or something. February, March, when we kind of like, I'm kind of looking around, keeping my ear to the basketball world, and we got in touch with Dre, and had the opportunity to play with JC at
Yep.
IFN.
Yep.
So I talked to her about it, and she was willing to do it. I mean, I thought that was a great situation. I mean, I thought I felt was a great situation, even if she had to play 16s. But playing with JC on 17s Under Armour, I thought it would have did wonders for her. But so we went over there. It was cool. Once we learned about JC was going to be with USA team, and she was going to be gone half the year. That kind of like
it didn't make them. It didn't make sense anymore.
Right. So, but also when we played we played with IFN in one tournament, the primetime tournament, I think the first one, and then she saw teammates from last year at Sci-Fi and Earl Allen. You know, it don't stop.
One thing about Earl, he gonna stay at it.
So you know, we got a whole nother jersey on and it don't stop. You know, and so and she felt the love. She like, man, I won't go play with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't mad at it. I mean, you're not going to a crazy bad situation. You still EYBL 16s. I'm good with it. You going whatever was gonna be for you, gonna be for you.
Right.
So and it was a good decision. You know, I thought IFM would have worked, but it was a good decision. She went back, and that's what made us go back. It wasn't like Sci-Fi didn't do any wrong to us. Or nothing, but I said the Louisiana Texas thing at first to say this, though. It's like you got to re-recruit every
year,
every summer. No matter the team you play for, if those coaches not re-recruiting you, it kind of just feels some type of way. Like, damn, why they not on my line? Why they not making sure we the starting shooting guard or whatever we want here? You know, like I want to know something.
Yeah.
So, but you're going to have people who don't have you. They're going to be on your line, man.
Absolutely.
Over there, they seeing what's going on, too. The other coaches and stuff like that, they see that, man, what's Shakai going to fit at over there?
Facts,
you know?
facts.
They'll come trying to pull in your coattail and see what's going on, but...
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's about, and I'm going to do what's best for my child. I'm not going to just... I mean, we was with Sci for 3 years. I'd rather it be that way. We can be with one program. I definitely do. But if we got to do some things that's best for her and her family, shoot, we gonna do it.
Right. I agree with that. Somebody said, Jimmy says, what were the practices like at Sci-Fair? I go with you, Shakai.
Want to answer that or I want to answer it?
I want to go. I actually want both to answer it. I want to hear from a player standpoint and a parent. So I'm going to let you go, Shakai.
Well, honestly, for me, this past year was kind of different because I was in Florida. So it's tough to get out there all the way to Houston or Dallas to practice. So we have our little boot camp that's like a week long. But other than that, we kind of try to get a practice in right before the session. Like the day before the session, try to get out there early, do a practice, and they try to get weekend practices in, but it's just really hard, especially just for 17s to get everybody in the practice. I mean, we try our best to get out there, but I don't know how many practices we had with all our players there. But I mean, when we do have practices, it's great practices. We're competing against everyone. It's good vibes. Coaches. We have good coaches on every level, so it's great practices. But it's just really hard for 17. Just everybody's from different states, different areas.
That
I'm gonna tell you about the practice. You probably in Sci-Fi practice, you probably won't be in the gym with that many good girls again in your life.
Yeah.
For most of these girls, they won't be in the gym to compete against girls that good ever again. That's a Sci-Fi practice.
Yeah.
So iron is sharpening iron. You got some of the best 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 17-year-olds. 17s is gonna play 15s, and they're gonna sharpen the young girls up too. They're gonna get beat by the number 1 player in the country, number 15 player in the country. All of them gonna get beat on that weekend. It's that's some of the best practices you're gonna see at Sci-Fi that I ever saw, that I've been a part of. Like, there's no way you can get that many girls in a gym. I don't know how maybe a specific top 100 camp, Wooten camp or something like that. But you, it's nothing like a side field practice. I put it against any program for
Yeah.
sure.
Now, do you feel like, and I mean, I feel like it's actually a lot of programs. No, it's a little different. It's a little different now. You got kids from everywhere on these teams. But do you feel like that kind of hurts the camaraderie or the chemistry between the girls when it's hard to kind of get a practice in because you got Florida, you got kids from pretty much everywhere where they can't really come together as much as they need to go
Definitely.
win EYBL or go win Under Armour or go win whatever.
Definitely. But I think that's more so a Texas thing too.
Yeah,
Texas is huge. You could be in Texas and be 8 hours away.
that's a fact.
Like you could be farther than somebody in Louisiana. So a good bit of those other programs in the nation, they may have 3 or 4 teams within a 3 or 4 hour, you know,
Yeah,
away from where they at. So Texas got to deal with that a lot. But Sci-Fi probably has it the worst. They got, kids from, all parts of Texas and
yeah,
Oklahoma or wherever they coming from. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to
yeah.
have a chemistry. They got to go out there with their talent and small frame of practice and get it done.
That's a fact.
So the teams
Somebody
who can
said,
practice more, they usually a good team, and
yeah,
on especially on the EYBL circuit.
yeah, yeah. Shakai, how tall are you? Somebody said, how tall is Shakai? Websites got her 5'8", 5'9", and 5'10". How tall are you,
So
Shakai?
I'm 5'10". 5.
Shakai is 5'10". What were your other picks?
Um, Penn State, Michigan State, West Virginia, Purdue. Yep, that's it. I didn't go. I didn't go on my Auburn visit or my Baylor visit. That was in my top six. But so my top four was, I would say, is West Virginia, Purdue, Penn State, Michigan State.
Got you. And y'all, we had 17 likes. We need 3 more. Let's get this to 20 likes. Edward said, how was the transition from your previous school?
Um,
I'm assuming maybe from public to prep. Yeah.
um, yeah, I went to a private school. I mean, I went to one of the better schools in Louisiana, but it's a huge difference. It wasn't that much of a difference for me competing with girls and being in that kind of practice. I think for me, just because I think like my IQ and just picking things, I pick up things fast. So those practices weren't really too hard for me to adapt to. But I mean, it was a major difference in the practice. It's very competitive. We're getting up and down a lot, learning a lot. So it's just a lot of different things that I was getting put in front of me, and a lot of different resources that I didn't have in my previous school. So for me, the transition wasn't too hard.
Yeah.
Being that side fair kind of helped me out a little bit too, but I feel like it's tough for a lot of people. I would say just a lot of the different players at DME. It's tough for them. It's frustrating. Our coach, he puts in a lot of different stuff. It's a lot. You have to really be able to think, and he's not really going to slow down for you either. So
Yeah.
it's like he's going through stuff really quick. So
Yeah.
it's tough for some people, but if you can, apply things fast and pick up things quick, it's not as hard for you, I would say. But
I'm going to go part 2 because they put another comment. He said, I mean, environmental, leaving friends and what you were used to.
Okay, yeah. That aspect, it's not as hard either because a lot of the girls on the team, they're also leaving their friends, they're leaving their family. So we all were kind of able to bond about that and kind of talk about that. And, all the girls are cool, they're friendly, we all get along pretty much. So it was tough leaving my friends. That was probably the hardest part, but, I keep in contact with them. It was tough for sure. And I haven't been back to New Orleans in so long, so I haven't seen them.
I know you ready for that.
And also environmentally, we have internationals too. So you're learning about a lot of different cultures and people speaking different languages. We have internationals on our team, and then there's like soccer teams and stuff like that. Like we don't even have a football team, so it's just a lot of it's really.
Makes sense. Ed, I'm coming is in the building. What up, Ed?
And it is.
Kurt says, which he's wrong by because I'm the best shooter in the country. I don't know what you talking about, Kurt. They said I'm the best shooter in the country. You tripping. Kurt said best shooter in the country. Shakai, what advice would you give to other athletes as they are navigating this whole basketball journey?
My advice is just to never settle. Like if you have somewhere bigger to go, you have opportunity to play somewhere bigger, then do it. I feel like the worst thing you can do is kind of stay what you're used to and be afraid of kind of adapting and being a part of something bigger. Like just my journey, I started off playing with the independent team, and then I moved to circuit team, and it was the best thing I could ever did. So, and then going from private school to going to a prep school, just not settling for mediocrity. Because I came off a state championship. I could have, settled and stayed at John Curtis, and my player development wouldn't have got much better. I wouldn't have, I probably wouldn't have got as many offers as I got, and just things like that. So just don't settle. I feel like if you really want, to achieve your goals with basketball, you have to, go as high as you can at every
Yeah.
level.
I love it. I love it. Dad, what advice would you give to other parents as they are helping their athletes navigate this journey?
Hey, that's tough to put in a few little words. Man, you gotta get information. I guess. Dang, I don't even want to say that because there's so much false information out here.
That's a fact.
I don't even say that. Like you can get the wrong information quick.
But see, if they in a different community, they'll get the right
There
information.
you go.
That's
Set that play out. You gotta get in a different community with Ashley, man.
I'm
The
just
real
saying.
deal. You gotta get in there because you can talk to people in this game, people who done played ball, whatever, did this and did that, but they haven't been in this atmosphere. Like you gotta be here, right now. You can't go take 10-year-old advice and think that's what's going on right now. That's a big thing that go on. Somebody who coached a team 5 years ago, 8 years ago, think they know it all. Be
Right.
leading you down the wrong path
That's a
because
fact.
it's a total different game. Like every year, you got to keep your brain to what people doing out here and observe it. Because it changes. It changes. You'll be going down the wrong way thinking it's going like it went 3 years ago because it's not.
Right. That's a fact. And y'all just put the link. It's free for 7 days. I just put the link in the chat. Last question I see over here. What advice would you give to the Louisiana girls following your path to Sci-Fair or potentially prep?
Like I just said, do it. If you can, do it. No disrespect to Louisiana basketball. Like they're trying to, get better. They have a circuit team now. I'm pretty sure. So, they're trying their best to get better. But I mean, it's a lot of better things that you can do that will put you in a better position. Like I said, if you have goals to, play power for basketball, um, circuit, that's the way to go. Prep basketball, that's the way to go. A lot of public private schools in Louisiana, they lack player development, I would say, and that's really important. You have to be able to get better, other than just in the off season. You have to be able to get better throughout a whole season. So I feel like prep school that'll help you a lot with that. And then in the summer, you got to be able to. People have to be able to see you, and it's really hard to get seen playing for NBA. Like I'm sorry, but it really is. Like I played for one, and there's not many. Like there were some coaches coming to see me, but I never would have imagined, being able to play in front of as many coaches as I was playing with 17 UIBL team. And
Yeah.
same goes for like even the Adidas circuit. I've heard so many high things about that too. So if you could go play for a circuit, I would say do it. If you could play for a prep school, I haven't been to all the prep schools. I mean, I wouldn't suggest going to like a new prep school, but somewhere where other people have come before you and kind of gone through that, you should definitely try to do it. It's definitely going to put you in a better position.
I like it. I like it. I definitely appreciate y'all for taking time to hop on. A lot of great information, a lot of great advice. Are y'all don't come to Dallas? Y'all not at Hoop Fest, are y'all, Shakai?
Nope, you're not
Oh,
at
I
Hoop
wish
Fest.
I was at Hoop Fest. Um,
I think we might play in Dallas though. Maybe a grind session. I'm not sure though, but our schedule's number. We might have a grind session in Dallas, but if not,
okay.
I'm not sure if we play in Texas. I think the closest is maybe Atlanta, but
Got you. Well, hopefully I get to see you because I'm gonna say you was the second best shooter because I'm the first. But no, I definitely enjoy watching your game. Congratulations again. Congratulations to both y'all, parents and
Appreciate
athlete.
it.
Congratulations. And thank y'all again for hopping on. And I will see y'all when I see y'all.
all right,
Thank
appreciate
you,
you.
Ash. Keep
All
doing
right.
what you're doing, Ash. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank y'all.
All right.
Y'all, number one is done, is down. Shakai. I really do like watching love watching Shakai playing. Like I said, like she could shoot, but I don't know if she could shoot better than me. I'm just saying. But next up we have Autumn, who is committed to Duke. I got to watch Autumn play a lot in Chicago. And it was two point guards that really caught my eye, and like I really just like loved their game. She was one of them. I really loved watching her play. And she took her team. She took her team all the way. I'm gonna show y'all a little something of Autumn. Oh, let me get my people up here first. What is up? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Hold on. How you doing?
I am good. I am good. First of all, thank y'all for making time to hop on, give some advice to these parents and to these athletes. I definitely appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and roll right into it. Autumn, I'm going to start with an introduction of you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Autumn Fleary. I go to Civil Friends in DC, and I played for Team Takeover this summer.
Playing for Team Takeover, committed to Duke. Why did you choose Duke?
I feel like it's just a connection I had with Duke. Duke started recruiting me like in ninth grade, and like ever since then, like nothing has shifted or changed through even like the good and bad times, and that's just where my heart was telling me to go. It was a long and hard to pick, but I'm super glad that I picked like just the gut feeling in my heart and the coaching staff because I know that they believe in me and that has made me want to believe in them for the
Yeah.
next 4 years.
When did you feel like you said they had been recruiting you for a long time, but when did you feel like you knew like Duke is the one?
It was definitely I would say like as I started like getting back into school regimen, like my whole summer, like I was traveling and like I really didn't have time to think about like the college recruitment. Like I knew I had to make a decision, but I had so many camps I had to go to, so I was just trying
Yeah.
to perform level. But as I started getting back to school and getting my head straight and getting back in that routine, it just always was just on my heart and something I just felt that this is the place I want to be at.
Yeah. Dad, it's always it's up to the athlete at the end of the day. They the one that has to play there. They the one that has to go to the school. But the parents, y'all got some say so in this. What made you feel comfortable and confident enough to say Duke is where I'm sending my baby?
I I'm not gonna lie. I wanted it to be her decision. I wanted to say go A, go B. I wanted to make sure that when she finally came up with the decision, that she was going to be able to say, "This is something I came up with on my own." I weighed the pros and cons, and I just felt like this is the best place for me. And once she did, I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
It's I do have just a good feeling about the school she's going to go to, and the coaching staff and the players that's currently there. So two current takeover players that's already on the team. So it felt like we can she'll fit right in right away.
Right. You narrowed it down to like top four, I think, right? Was it top
Yes.
four? What, and you kind of already answered this, but like, what was it about Duke? I feel like when you get to like the four schools, it's like you can really go to any, like, it's like I want to go to all of them at this point. What was it about Duke that kind of gave that like edge of like, I'm choosing Duke?
It was a lot of factors, honestly, but it's the coaching staff. Like, I felt a genuine connection with them, and it's like if I want to have to be around people every single day, and just I need great leaders, great people to look up to, and I just need to be in a great environment. And I feel like Duke was the perfect place for me because, of course, like I have those connections, that DMV connections, and just I just know the type of person I am, and I feel like I would really thrive in the atmosphere of Duke.
Yeah.
And trust them. I feel like that's the most important thing you have to have in like a head coach. Like I really trust Coach Kara's like vision, and like if you look at her trajectory of over the years, like everything she says she wants to accomplish, like she's making her way up the line of that. Like she went to Sweet 16, she went to Elite 8 this year, won the ACC championship. So when you see that like line of trajectory, like that's something like I really trust and like I admire because like me, like I love to win, and I feel like I want to win a national championship. So I feel like I can do that with her being my coach and just the other coaches as well. And of course, being with great people on and off the court and just great players like Duke. Like if you look at the team this year, like it's amazing. But and also like just having a great freshman class as well was also a big factor for me as well.
Yeah, I love that. You got one of your teammates in backstage right now. She's coming up next. But what do you feel? What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself throughout this recruitment process? Like I feel like it's a lot on athletes, and a lot of people don't really talk about just the process of it, the challenges, the good and the bad. So like, what did you learn about yourself throughout this whole journey?
Honestly, that like it's like possible. Like it's possible to make a decision. Like, I remember some days like how am I gonna make a decision? Like honestly, like it was like I'm not gonna lie, like this was a really tough decision for me. Like I've spent like several months because I put out my top four in July. Like I said, like over the traveling a lot. But like this was a really tough, hard decision for me. And I was just thinking of all the other times I had to make decisions and like whether that be high school, AU programs. Like I just had to like really look at a lot of different views of the situation and make a lot of different like situations, scenarios. And that's one thing like people kind of tell you don't do. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I really like was an overthinker in the process, but I really think was a good thing because to see like all the situations in your head play out a little bit, so you can kind of like know what to expect. But it's not gonna be like all your expectations, but for you just to have like a good like range to see, I feel like that's really good.
Yeah, no, I like that. Now, how many years did you play with Team Takeover?
I started playing with Takeover in the eighth grade, my eighth grade summer.
Okay, so you was with them for a while.
Yes.
What questions? I feel like AAU season is over, but it's never really over because everybody trying to find their teams now. What questions do you feel parents should ask when they are trying to pick the right team for their daughter?
That's a great question. I would say that you have to um, look at the program you're trying to go to and say to yourself, will they go the extra mile for my child? Will they will they teach them the game from point A to point B, just from the basics? So you always want to start with basic fundamentals. Like I see a lot of kids that play AAU that really don't have a good sense of the game, and not just playing like just basic fundamentals, making layups, going off the right foot. Like I just see people sometimes just winging it out there, and I don't want my child to wing it. I want my child to be fundamentally sound and just have the basic knowledge of the game and then expand. Like a lot of people just think they're just going to come in and be Steph Curry's, or just no. I want to start from scratch, and if you guys ever have a practice with just layups or
Yep.
just basic, then just go on from there. By the time like where her team now, it was really good because they already knew each other from last year. Girls graduated. Played, graduated. So she had a basic, um, you know, knowledge of what the coaches can do. They went to the Final Four last year, and we did lose the South there in that Nike Nationals last year. So they were angry about that, and all the
Yeah.
girls who came knew that they had they had a goal. Their goal was to get back there and and finish the deal. So I think I would just tell a parent to know the level of the intensity of the coaches and what they expect, and if your child is not willing to give 100%, and parents as well. That's one thing I would say. Parents, you have to be able to give 110% as well. You can't just go about your regular life and just think, oh, I'm just going to let my child. No, you have to be able to travel every weekend. You have to make sure if they have practice 3 times a week, they go to practice 3 times a week. They're in there early. They stay later, getting up shots or doing whatever to make sure they're set up for success.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
it's a big undertaking by the parents as well.
I like that. I like that. And you talked about y'all or Takeover went to the Final Four last year. This year won it. Autumn, can you just talk about that process, the feeling of it, what it took to actually win EYBL, get an EYBL championship this year?
Oh yeah, it took every emotion, honestly. Like I
Yeah.
felt every single emotion. Just starting in April, it was a different team. Like we only had three returners, and like my whole life I've been playing up, so it was like like this year was like me playing on my actual age level, and having to step in and be that leader. Like I was, the other years, but like it's just this different level of leadership when you're the oldest one in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Um, be a leader and just make sure that I was setting a great example, on and off the court. And what I love about Takeover is just like the family atmosphere and just environment. And we all like come through the program, the pipeline. So it's not like players like kind of like sometimes they do like we had some new players, but like for the most part like we like go through the pipeline of playing 15, 16, 17. So
Mm-hmm.
we already know the expectations of Coach Ron and the staff. So it's just something everyone has to buy in towards, and we always have like circle of unity and just like the circle and that specific team of that year. Like that's who's that's what matters. Like nothing else in the circle. Like our parents matter, but like anything else, the outside noise, they literally have to cancel everything out. So just it felt overall like great. I'm just super blessed that I could end with that being my last year on the bank. So I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't trade anything, honestly. Even the Final Four loss last year, it gave me the great motivation to win it all because we were in a lot of tough situations throughout this Nike Nationals run. So this there's also just memories too. So I'm just happy for it.
Right. And not only did y'all win, you were MVP, right?
Yeah.
And MVP, the leadership, the will. And I actually was at that game, like just watching that game. Like, what do you feel? What does being a leader mean to you?
Yeah, being a leader for me is of course like leading by example, and for me like like I wasn't the most like vocal, but like as I've like grown and like gotten older and had like great mentors, like I've become more vocal, and I feel like that's what it means, honestly. Just being someone that you would want your leader to be. I feel like that's what you should strive to be, and just do what the team needs. Do what the team like. Sometimes like you don't want to like yell at one of your like best friends, like, but like that's what you gotta do. Like it's a lot of times when I come to the gym, if we're fooling around, like I gotta address that. Like I can't just like let everyone fool around, even if we have like a little bit of like not like beef a little bit. Like if we like look
Yeah.
it over, I gotta like hold you guys accountable, and even myself. Like sometimes like I'll be tired, like we all like kind of live far from each other from the gym, so like we have long days. So just knowing that as well, like knowing everyone's personal um, battles and personal things they have to go through. That's also you should take account of, and just like honestly, just be have a good character and be someone that that's relatable and someone that you would want to talk to.
Yeah. I talked to Shakai before this, and they kind of talked about, we were talking about software, and they just talked about just the distance, like so many athletes in so many different places. Was that the same with y'all, or were y'all all pretty much in the same area?
We're all pretty much in the same area. We're all in like in the DMV base, but with the DMV, it's like the traffic's so bad. So like
Mm-hmm.
we'll be 20 miles away, but like that can be like 2 hours. So it's like the traffic
Mm.
big issue for us. So we're like not technically far, but we are far from like the actual gym itself.
And were y'all able to like have like regular like practices, or was it like kind of the same of just like just on the weekend, or like how was that for y'all?
Oh, we practice 3 times a week every week. He did not play. I feel like that's one of the things that you could stop. Like honestly, that's why we won Nike Nationals because we
Yes.
that much because Coach Ron is a firm believer in like it takes practicing and knowing each other and having that chemistry to win. And I feel like that's honestly why we were that connected. And even in those tough situations, we had each other's back because we've been through the battles in practice. So anything on the in practice, like it just translated to the actual court itself.
Yeah, that's good. Autumn, what do you feel was the most challenging part just about your journey in general?
I would say like early on, I've been pretty much like always like recognized as like one of the top like players in the country and whatnot. But it's just like sometimes seeing others like get things that you think you deserve a little bit more sometimes in some situations. But just continue to keep working, and do what's expected of you, and try to exceed that as well. I feel like you'll like get upset at yourself or you'll be like, oh, like I should have got this. Like, no, you gotta like continue to keep working because like those same things that I wanted for myself like early on in like ninth grade, like I got all of that in return like for my
Mm,
10th. And like I'll just say like keep your head down and just like keep working and don't be upset because your journey is looking a little different at the time because what's meant for you is gonna be meant for you.
that's good. Dad, what advice would you give to other parents as they are navigating their athlete's journey?
Um, I'm glad you asked that because I want to say, first of all, you just have to have um, really good trainers and people that's going to work with your child outside of the regular practice, that even 2 or 3 times a week. One of my best friends that's really been a best friend since like ninth grade. We played high school basketball together, and like we always in the gym. We were you just had a group of girls that really wanted to be in the gym, pushing each other to get better, even from like elementary school age, and that followed through middle school to high school, and keeping that core group of girls together. And they all went different ways, different high schools, different programs, but everything was a competition. Everything was a competition. So I would just say, have a great group of people that your daughter will listen to outside of yourself. Like, and that's another thing I want to say. My best friend is he's Autumn's number one trainer. Has been there since probably since she picked up a ball. One of my high school teammates, and he's going through a cancer battle right now. So we just keeping him in prayer, um, because he's really one of the better trainers in the country. He actually coaches on the mellow boys side on the staff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want we praying for him and we love him, and we're gonna know he's gonna keep fighting. And
Absolutely.
like and just having different people that will listen to your daughter will listen to, and so even though he's probably one of the better trainers in the country, I also made sure that she got it from other people that knew the game, keeping them around people that knew the game, knew the game very well. So I think you just want to make sure that you keep them around basketball heads, people that know the
Mm-hmm.
game, they live the game, they breathe the game, and they'll stay on the phone with you for hours if you wouldn't never say, "I'll talk to you tomorrow. I got to go to work." But just keeping them around people that have knowledge of the game. When she was
Mm-hmm.
younger, we high school games, things like that. So I just think that just keep them around good people, and older people that know the game too. Let them. I had look. You have to have a mentor. So I want to make sure that your mentors are showing you the right way to do things when you like on the court and off the court. And she's had some great mentors
I like it.
from.
I like it. We're going to head to this chat real quick. What up, Aisha? Aisha is in the building. What is going on, Aisha? While I'm going through some of these chat, y'all, we are 3 away from 30 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already. We got some congratulations in the chat. Y'all see what Marley said. Hit the like button. Thank ya. Congrats are in the chat. Shout out to that. Good information. Definitely some great information. Adam, what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this whole journey?
Yeah, definitely. I would say like trust your gut, and I would say go at your timing and like the timing that God wants you to go. I feel like throughout my like, especially the last couple months, like recruiting and picking a school, I feel like a lot of people would always like question me and think like, oh, like what's taking so long? Like, have you made the decision? Like, what's coming up? Like, it was just always like questions about that. And I would say like honestly, you this is a time where you have the chance to really pick a school and you want to stay at for 4 years. I know like the college atmosphere is different now with the whole transfer portal, but if you have this opportunity to like really pick a school that you could see yourself staying at for 4 years, like I would say take your time and just try to figure out everything. Like even if you have like some questions, I like don't be afraid to ask them. At first I was like a little afraid to ask certain questions, but like I ask those questions because like that will give you a lot of clarity and what you want to do and decide for school.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it. What, if anything, and this is for both of y'all, I'll start with you, Dad. Throughout this journey, knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently?
I don't think I would have done anything different because like all the great people we've met along the way, even before we had went to Takeover, we started with the Merlin Bells when she was younger. Great group of people. And they're still doing very well. Then we went to the Philly Rise program with Coach Talon and Coach Kevin, and they like everybody's been so supportive throughout the way. So I would just say that it was hard to say I would do anything different because you need to get knocked off the pedestals sometimes to make sure that you stay grounded, stay hungry, and just saying, look. We didn't get the outcome we wanted this time, but that's what it's about: staying locked in the gym, staying hungry, staying competitive, and along the way we meet great people. I've met so many great people, KP, just so many great people along the way. Chad, just really good people that always like pushing the girls' game forward. Who's that we got?
For me, I'm in the same boat. Like, I wouldn't change anything. I feel like everything that I've gone through, all the teams that I played for, the coaches, and even the bad moments, like I feel like that really shaped me into the person I am today, and the way I approach different challenges, in my everyday life, like basketball in general. So I wouldn't change anything, honestly. I think everything happened, and it landed me in the position where I am today. So.
I like it. I like it. I definitely appreciate y'all for taking time, sharing information, giving advice to these parents and to these players. Autumn, good luck. Congratulations again. Y'all drop some congrats in the chat for Autumn. Congratulations again on your decision.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Team Takeover.
Shout out to Team Takeover. I ain't gonna lie. I was in the gym. Yeah.
Coach Brian, Coach Shay. Man, we love y'all.
Shout out to Team Takeover. I will say that I really, really enjoy certain teams that I just really like going to the gym and watching. And although, cause y'all beat who did y'all beat in the Final Four? Was it South? No, it wasn't South Fair. South Fair lost to Durant.
It was Durant. No, we played Durant for.
Who was the Final Four teams? I thought South Fair was.
Was it? It was.
No, I think.
What is South? Oh, it was South Fair. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. They lost to Why Not. Yeah. So, but would have loved to see the Texas group in the championship. But shout out to Team Takeover. Shout out to Team Takeover. Now, congratulations again. Aisha talking about we going to Duke. We got a lot of congratulations in the chat. I appreciate y'all. again for hopping on. And I look forward to following your journey.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
We appreciate
No
you guys.
problem. Thank
Thank
y'all.
you. Have a great one.
Thank you too. Number 2 is down, y'all. Autumn. First up, we had Shakai, who is going to Penn State. And then we had Autumn, who is going to Duke. Next up, we have Bella. Who is also going to Duke. Y'all, I have been watching Bella play for a long, long time. And to see her growth is crazy. Like I said, we had Shakai for y'all that's going to go back and watch this. We had Shakai first up. Then we had Autumn. And last but not least, we have Bella coming to the stage. Let me show y'all a little bit of Bella first.
I've been walking in peace, gave me the key. I know that it's critical. Now that I'm here, I see everything that I need. Found in the principle. And walking in fear, I'm done going back to the past. It really been minimal. I'm finna follow the king. I got a key. Now that I follow the principle. And I'm good. And I'm lit. I got God so I don't need a trick. Get to him everything that I'm in. I'm finna hit and I know I won't miss. Run me up from the gutter. Now I'm good enough. Word of my mother. Not afraid. I know I'm a runner. You finna see. God, I've been walking in peace. Gave me the key. I know that it's critical. Now that I'm here, I see everything that I need. Finding the principle. And walking in fear, I'm done going back to the past. It really been minimal. I'm finna follow the king. I got a key. Now that I follow the principle. Seeking your word, had to love it. More that I learn about you than I learn about me, and I know how to function. I'm taking my piece. I'm walking in deep. The more that I love, the more that I see. I'm seeing the fruit. I had to repeat. I keep on producing. It's better for me. God, I've been walking in peace. Gave me the key. I know that it's critical. Now that I'm here, I see everything that I need. Found in the principle. And walking in. I've been walking in peace. Gave me the key. I know that it's critical.
Let me get my people here first. There we go. What is going on? You might have to scoot it back a little bit. How y'all feeling?
Great.
It's a lot of Duke energy.
So if I sound weird, that's why I'm a little.
Oh, you good. It's a lot of Duke energy. I see all the Duke
Yes, I love
on. Shout out to that. We got a lot of Bella in the chat. Bella buckets. Congrats. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Bella, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Bella Flemings, class of 2026. I'm a guard out of San Antonio, Texas.
And committed to Duke. Why? Yes. Why did you choose Duke?
The people. That's the biggest thing for me was the people. I actually have a few people that I knew previously on the team. Ariana Roberson, who's also from San Antonio, and then Ashton Jackson, who played for Finest, and then the whole coaching staff was just like it's just like a huge family there. I think that was the biggest thing that I was looking for going into the recruiting process is a second family because I have a very close family. So just a second family to walk into, and I felt super comfortable with everyone when I was on my visit, and that kind of just sealed the deal for me, honestly.
Yeah. When do you feel like, I guess, like, when do you feel like you knew, like, Duke is it?
Right. So they have been my number one for like a while, but whenever I was on my visit and I was just spending time with the girls, walking around campus, meeting everybody, I just felt like I know that's kind of cliche. Everyone always says like you had a feeling, but when I stepped on campus, I really was like, "It's Duke," and they were my first visit, and I stepped on campus. I'm home. Like I felt it.
Yeah. Mom, dad, it's always up to the athlete, right? They the one that got to play there. They have to be at the school. But I feel like y'all got some say-so in this. What made y'all feel comfortable and confident enough to say, Duke is where I'm sending my baby?
I think for me, like with the recruiting, with all the kids, it's I want them to feel like home. I want to be comfortable with like leaving my baby there,
Yeah.
like and walking away. And so I think that they were able to do that. And of course, it's ultimately Bella's decision, but I think she couldn't have went wrong with her, like top choices. So once we get there, it's really ultimately going to be on her. And so I think she made a great decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think we had a good top five. Like, they were all solid choices, but at the end of the day, we really want to see. I mean, like what Bella said, we really want to see us at the next level. So knowing that There was somebody who understood who she was, who was going to grow who she is as an athlete, but more importantly, grow her into a woman, grow her into her future career, and just pour into her on a daily basis. We just saw that there.
Yeah, yeah. Bella, and you kind of already answered this, but like I feel like when you get to that like 4, 5, 6, it's like, dang, like I can go to any of them at the end of the day. Like I see myself at any of them. Like what about Duke just kind of gave that edge of like I mean, you already said kind of like coaching staff, all of that, but like what was it about Duke in particular that gave that edge over the other schools?
I think all the schools in my top 5 were great schools. Like they said, I couldn't have gone wrong. But I think what gave them the edge is like throughout the recruiting process, the relationship I built with Coach Kara was like unlike any relationship I had with any other coach. So I think that was what gave them the edge for sure.
Yeah, I got it. Now, you played with SA Finest, and you was with SA Finest for how long?
10 years, my whole AAU career.
That's what I thought. I want to talk about that a little bit because I feel like we are in this day and age where like athletes are playing like you with a different team every year, sometimes throughout the season. But and this is kind of for both of y'all, for parents and athletes. Like you stayed with SA Finance, you stayed down with SA Finance pretty much your whole AAU career when you probably could have went and played with anybody. Not probably, you could have went and played with anybody. What made you want to stick it out with SA Finance?
I think it's a family there. Again, the whole thing with family, but I went to SA Finest and I started playing with them in the 2nd grade, and there was a lot of girls my age that also started around that same time. And I was just always in the gym. Like I was always in the gym with the older Finest girls, getting to watch them play. And I think early on for me in basketball, it was more of like, oh, I just want to go hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Like that. So those were like my best friends. So then I just stuck with them all throughout elementary school, all throughout middle school, and we all like grew up together. And I never wanted to leave them, and I just felt so at home with them, and like the coaches there, they really loved us as people, and I think they helped us grow and developed my IQ a lot and my basketball skill set a lot. So there was nowhere else I would rather be than SA Finest.
Love it.
Same thing. I mean, I think she'd been there since she was a baby. I think the culture in the Finest gym was always like top tier. Coach Ray knows what he's doing. And so I think it helped her hold her accountable young. Because I remember little Bella being like, I have to know this because Coach Ray might ask me. He might call me.
Calling out people in the middle of practice, I was so scared. I was like, no, I have to know everything he's gonna ask me so that I don't get embarrassed.
So I think that accountability, but it was just, you want to get better. So every year as Bella, was the baby, and she kind of, I mean, looking at pictures, we see all of the ones that came before her, and so it was just, kind of just the best thing was to stay.
I think it's almost an identical answer to why she chose Duke. They poured into her as a human. So they poured into her as an athlete and as a human. And Ray and Chauncey and Mike, like, and just everybody. And I'm forgetting coaches and even the older Finest sisters, like they always poured into Bella. And I mean, it's really always, if you know Bella, it's about more than basketball, and it's always been about more than basketball. This has been a vehicle to, and Ray preaches this too, this is a vehicle to get her to 40-year plan, right?
Yep.
So that's all, like every day there was a gem or a nugget that Ray would like put on the girls' plate that had really nothing to do with basketball. This was the means to get a free education. This was a tool to teach life skills, and just and she constantly got that. And so she just grew up in that gym, and she grew up in our future gym with the boys. And there's really no reason to go anywhere else. She got everything she needed there.
I love it. Jimmy, how did the culture at Finest shape Bella as a person and a player, which you kind of just talked about, but question from Jimmy.
How does it shape me as a person? I feel like as a player, Coach Ray teaches IQ unlike any other coach I've played for. He's like, his basketball mind is so insane, and I think that like everyone who has come through the Finest program has like an insane IQ. So that as a player and as a person, definitely very like family oriented, and just like being able to be a servant leader and not just like lead and like boss people around, but like show that what you're doing so that people can follow you instead of just bossing people around.
Yeah, and I
That's
think
good.
it's the fact that he, like Dee said, he like it was more than basketball. Even in practice, he would drop some gems, tell some stories, say like, "Hey, you don't want to end up like," And so I mean, it was literally like you grow them, and so and I mean, he kept growing, and every year you would come back and there's old finest players playing, come into practice, come into play, and so like some of our best friends, some of my best friends are finest moms. Bella
Oh
still talks to
wow.
finest like Ashlyn and Duke when Bella was in eighth grade, sitting on the seventh grade, sitting on the bench on Lu. Ashlyn was out there like balling, but she was big sister, and so I think that culture of like seeing somebody above you like doing these things and being this amazing person, I think kind of you kind of emulate what you see and the people that you're around.
And also, Nalissa Smith and Kiana Williams just played in the WNBA championship. They were always back in the gym, especially Kiana, like scrimmaging against us, practicing with us, speaking life into us. So it's the finest culture is just amazing.
Yeah, it's just different.
For me, it's the accountability. I think it helps because I'm the disciplinarian in the house, and it helps when there's another disciplinarian, and I could just, like, they're mirroring what I would say and constantly holding you accountable. Like you said, Bella could go play anywhere, and most people are going to let Bella do whatever she wants to do. And that doesn't really benefit her and doesn't grow her. So having somebody who's constantly holding her accountable, constantly trying to get more out of her, that's all it is there.
Yeah, I love that. DK says, what's the most fun aspect of basketball for you?
Winning. That's winning. Yeah, winning. I have nothing else to say about that.
We need to win at the end of the day.
Also, during AAU, like just traveling with my teammates, playing video games, playing Roblox in the airports and our Airbnbs, just getting to go out to eat with them and spending time with them. That's probably another one of my favorite parts besides winning.
Secondary to winning.
But winning is number one.
Yeah.
Candy says D is the nicest Flemings.
That's my best friend.
So speaking of finest, Candy is KK's mom that's at Houston.
Yeah.
So when we go up to see Kingston play on Monday, their home opener, they'll stay the next day to watch KK in her home opener.
Wow, that's so dope. But that's, to me, like, that's what AAU is supposed to be about. Like, yes, the basketball part is cool for sure. Like, that's a given. But like when you can actually build friendships, when you actually build the relationships, when you actually build a bond that goes so far from AAU season, like that's what it should be about. And I mean, y'all have said it, and I know Finest, I know Ray, and out of all programs, that is the one program that I could say that does a great job with that. Like, you can tell, like, Finest culture is real. So that's dope.
Yeah, we have friends that we talked to since Bella was little. Like we definitely with Finest parents.
A lot of my closest friends are Finest girls that I've played with and like are in college now, like LA Sneed and Kayla King. They're Finest.
That's so dope. Jordan Pete, or I think it's her mom, say elite athletes have elite parents. That is a fact. I just had a podcast on that.
Another Finest girl.
Yeah.
Finest, first of all, Finest is in the chat. Finest is in the building. Finest is in the building. Bella, same thing as I said with AAU. It's the same thing with high school. Like, you stayed at Brennan when you probably could have went the prep route or did this or did that. What made you want to stay at your high school, stay public school?
I think I wanted to finish my senior year with all the girls that I've been friends with and been growing with since elementary and middle school. And I didn't want to leave my family, especially my little sisters. I wanted to be with them for my last year. And just what I've been building at Brennan over these last 3 years, I think it's something really special. And I just wanted to finish it out here at home with all these people in San Antonio support me. So I
love that. What did you learn about yourself? Finest is really in the chat, y'all. What did you learn about yourself throughout this journey?
I think that I'm stronger than I think I am.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, look at that. Look at that. Like a lot of times, now he's the one who put that in my head. Actually,
Yeah.
A lot of times there would be points where I'm like, I can't go anymore, and then I keep going basically. And I think over these last 3 years, my leadership has developed like a lot. Coming in as a freshman, I had a big role on the team, and I think it took me a while to like you be able to use my voice. And I think now as a senior, everyone looks up to me as a leader. So I think that's built a lot throughout these last 3 years.
Yeah, I like it. Candy says, I heard Bella stayed at her high school because her parents wasn't driving her across town every day.
What?
Hey, you gotta block her.
That too. I ain't trying to do all that driving. Mom, Dad, AAU season is technically over, but y'all know, just dealing with this, AAU season is never over. People trying to find their teams now. What advice or what questions do y'all feel parents should be asking these directors, these coaches, as they are trying to find the team for their athlete this next season?
Let me take this one.
Well, I'll say some because he'll have more technical answers. I think one, like, research the team. See if you know like other parents or players from the team to kind of see. Also like look to see like how they play, like what they're doing. And so like kind of don't just pick and go from team to team. Like just like really like honestly like everybody's like we're loyal, but we're not loyal to a fault, right? Like
Yes.
we're gonna do research. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be the best fit. We're gonna make sure that where we pick is where we want to stay. So if there wasn't a fit, then if we had to leave, we would leave. And so I think it's that, like, do your research. Don't just pick a team, off of feelings and vibes. Like really, like pay attention to like what they're doing there.
That's
I
good.
mean, Layla was pretty solid with her answer. I think, yeah, development is paramount. So there's like development is first, and like there's not really a second, and so development comes to like every answer we have is going to kind of be the same thing. Like, are you developing her or are any of our kids as an athlete and as a human? And the human part is really the most important part. Bella said she found out that she realized that she's stronger than she thought she was. Like, you have to go through constant adversity. You have to grow. You have to come outside of your comfort zone, or you're not going to be the best version of yourself. So it's always about development. So if you're looking for an AAU program, like, yeah, Bella said winning is fun, and that's cool, but you can't go pick the team that wins everything because honestly, they could just be putting you in like crap tournaments to win. Like the team or the organization that's going to build the best human, and that's an all-encompassing thing. Like the best basketball player, the best person, a servant leader. Like Bella said, she learned leadership, and for us, it's a really big thing that you're giving back to others. Bella said that those finest girls came back and poured into her. Bella will pour into little girls, like she started doing training or whatever. Like, that's all part of your development program. Like, what is your organization doing? Don't show me trophies. And honestly, you can't just show me other players that have gone to college, because sometimes you could just be a great recruiter.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
Are you actually building those girls from the ground up? Are you taking not just the best players, but just whoever comes in your gym? Are you maximizing who they are as an athlete and as a person? And like, that's what I'm looking for.
That's good. That's real good. Bella, what would you say was the toughest part about your journey?
Tell people no.
I think I'm not gonna say being selfish, but like I don't even know how to put this. Like
keep going.
Like putting myself first sometimes. I think sometimes I'm too much of a people pleaser, and like sometimes I need to learn. I needed to learn how to like set boundaries and like speak up for myself.
Mm.
And I think that was the toughest thing for me because I'm very unconfrontational. He hates that about me. I think I'm still learning that, but I think it's that for sure.
Yeah, how have you been able to make those adjustments? Because I feel like that's a lot of athletes, right? Like they don't really want to be selfish, or if that's the right word I want to say, or just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like honestly it's a lot of elite athletes too. Like they want to get everybody else involved, or they want it to be about everybody else. Like it don't need to be about me or anything like that. Like how do you balance that, and how have you gotten better at that?
I think just coming out of like situations like that where I wouldn't speak up for myself, I would always regret not doing it. So I would just push myself to be like, you know what, let's just do it, get it over with, and then it'll be better backside.
It's still a work in progress.
Right.
It definitely is. I'm not perfect at that at all, but I think that for sure.
Yeah, I like it. What advice would you give to other athletes as they are navigating their journey?
Run your own race. Don't get caught up in everything on social media. Keep your head down and stay in the gym.
Easy. Mom, Dad, what advice would y'all give to parents as they help their athletes navigate this journey?
Get off social media.
I think pushing them, sometimes you think like elite athletes every day, they just wake up jumping up to work out and to go do something. But, especially growing up, like this guy over here had to push Bella, hard, all the kids, some days you'd rather sleep, and you're not going to sleep that day, So I think it's recognizing that you have to push them on days that they don't want to until they grow and they're able to push themselves because they know they can get past whatever that block might be or whatever that the reason for stopping. Also, one thing that's hard for me, and I think maybe moms in general, is like allow them to struggle. I'm a fixer by nature. I fix everything. Like I'm a DIY. I will fix if something's wrong. And so I learned. And somewhat the hard way with each kid, you have to let them struggle, and so it's not pretty. It doesn't look good. It breaks your heart, and it comes with crying. But when they struggle and they realize they could face adversity and get to the other side, it's beautiful. So that just allow them to struggle, allow them to push it, and them to just figure it out without us, having hands on everything. And so I think that's a big thing with the journey, allow them to do that, and then they'll grow and, become a lot more independent.
And I think another is a lot of times for elite athletes, you're always known for being a basketball player. A big thing is like you go through funks in basketball, you have to learn yourself who you are outside of basketball, have hobbies outside of basketball, obviously be in the gym, but basketball isn't life. Yes, basketball is very important, but the ball stops bouncing eventually. So you have to learn yourself outside of a basketball player so you can, truly have value in yourself whenever you go through those ups and downs in basketball.
Yeah, that's good.
They talked so much that I had time to formulate a bar. and ultimately, adversity is the soil, consistency is the water, and just don't look in anybody else's garden.
Hey, that is a bar. That's a bar.
Hey,
That was. I like that. That's a good one. And you said something earlier. Dang, what were you saying? Oh, about pushing them. So there was a post that went viral of a coach just talking about basically, essentially, like you shouldn't, like if you have to tell your athlete to get in the gym, or if you got to bars, if you have to tell your athlete to do something, then they don't want it. And I disagree with that, because now I will say, y'all is funny. He talking about join my mixtape pops. That's funny. That's too funny. I do think that probably at a certain age, like regardless, in high school, it's gonna be sometimes that the athlete just don't want to do it. That don't mean that they're not serious about it, but it was like it literally went viral, and people in the comments like agreeing, and I'm like, I just don't think that's true. Like have to have somebody that's gonna push you sometimes, that's gonna help motivate you sometimes, because every day you're not gonna want to do it, right? And I've had parents come to me of like, well, my daughter don't want to be in the gym every day, and I'm like, that's normal. Like, you have to be able to push them, and to me, that doesn't mean that they don't want it. They just need some push sometimes.
I think D always makes them have goals, right? So like, what's your goal? And it like years ago, Bella was like, I want to be a McDonald's All-American. He's like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to that. It's not my dream, it's yours. And days when she didn't want to do nothing, she was like, I don't know if I want to be a McDonald's All-American.
Right. I don't know if that's my same goal.
You gonna get up, because I mean, you're always gonna have a push, whether it's when you're in the house, like kids don't want to fail, but like sometimes you got to push them to turn their work in, so you still have to push them. Like even when they go to college, like they're not going to practice just for just because they want to. They're going because they gonna lose that scholarship, or they're not gonna play a game. There's always something that's gonna push you. Some days I don't want to go to work, but these bills got to get paid, so we
right.
work. So whether it's like a parent pushing you or whatever is on the other side of you having to get it done, like that's still a push. Like there's not too many people that are like, I just always want to do it 100% no matter what. Like you should want to. It should be your kid's dream and not yours. But there's going to be some days just like us, like kids are only human, and there's some days that they'd rather sleep or they'd rather not do this. And we're like, hey, just knock it out real quick. It's just an hour. You knock it out. And so I think they do require that push, especially, younger.
I think that no one applies that same logic to school. And I say, how many kids like jump up early like it's the first day of school and they're ready like an hour before school happens every single day? Most kids would say like, I don't feel like going to school today. I feel sick. And we're not going to let them get out of that. We're not going to let them get out of their chores or brushing their teeth or eating. So why is it with extracurricular, with sports, that we just say like, I don't want to force them? Yeah. Honestly, we work so hard as parents to get what we have. So Shayla and I like bust our butts to
fighting for our life.
Yeah, we bust our butts, and honestly, like we bust our butts at work to have the house that we live in and have the amenities that we have, and our kids got it for free. So ultimately, what have they learned to work for? So if they think that this is just life, they're supposed to have a house with a 3-car garage. They're supposed to have a big pantry that's full of food. They're supposed to be able to call us and say, hey, can somebody order me Uber Eats? Like they think that's life and they don't work for anything. So then at some point life actually kicks in, and it's gonna kick them in the teeth if they never had to work through not feeling like it. I don't feel like it almost every day. Like if we're being honest, I don't feel like getting up at 5 a.m. to get in the gym with them, to then go to work and work a 24-hour shift, to get off and get a phone call like, hey, can you bring me lunch? Because I don't like what they're serving. Like,
Bella.
No, I can go off campus now. That was more like
right. But so I mean, they got to learn. They have to learn a work ethic, because again, we're building responsible humans that are community leaders. So how in the world if they never learn to deal with adversity and fight through just not feeling like it? Like what are they going to be when they move out of our house? Like we want to do the best job we can to know that when they leave, that they're prepared as much as possible.
Yeah. I like it. What role / position did Duke lay out for Bella on the court?
So I'll be one of like the perimeter players. I feel like their 3 perimeter player or 3 or 4 perimeter players are pretty interchangeable for the most part. Because I could play like point guard, I could play the 2, I could sometimes play the 3, but I'll just be like on the perimeter.
I like it. When did Bella? Oh, go ahead.
Earn her minutes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wouldn't trust anybody that guarantees anything to you. Yeah. You work to get here. You got to work to get to where to get on the court. And so I wouldn't trust like getting recruited and somebody being like, oh, we guarantee you do this, you do that, and then when you get there, you sitting on the bench looking confused. I think like no, in recruiting there was no like guarantee. You still got to do the work. Like this is where we want you, But like you gotta do the work to get there, because
Yep.
there's all these other elite players that trying to do the same thing on the team or wherever. So yeah, the
Yep.
work's still.
Agreed. When did Bella get social media and why?
So
they tag team me. So I am against social media. I know there's no reason for it. It's only a distraction. There's nothing positive that's going to come out of it. We need to focus. We need to there's too much on social media. It's going to I feel like it'll affect your self esteem, your value, your body image. It's just too much. It's too much to navigate for adults. And so definitely not for a kid. But they got with mom, and it was 3 of them. And it was it was when they got to high school.
But okay, just like any other kid, we would see. I'm like, girl, Bella, somebody you might know. Hey, I know you don't have hold on.
It happened more than once.
They try to get
more than once.
So ultimately,
first rodeo, man.
Ultimately, they got with mom, and they came to me with a damn presentation on how it was gonna help them with brand building and all this other nonsense.
So legally, probably freshman year. Legally.
Yeah.
So then I have access to their social media, and I can see the messages they get. And of course, like she said, there's always going to be somebody that tries to create a spam account. And obviously, I can't catch them all. But I'm gonna catch them, and then you're gonna get your phone taken until I don't feel like it anymore. It's an ongoing process.
Elite kids are still kids, so we like to say
there you go.
It is what it is. But I think social media, I think too young, it's definitely not. I think as they get a little older, it's a good tool, but you have to use it as such, right?
Right.
People are like, I want social media because of this, and they're not posting anything, they're not doing anything. You still have to, I always tell Bella, post what you would send a coach. So if you over here doing all this raunchy stuff, dancing, cursing up a storm, putting inappropriate stuff, these college, there's going to be colleges that go to recruit you and look at your social media and say that's not, will our donors want that person to be here?
Absolutely.
Look at how many universities are Christian based. They're going to be oh, I know this is 2025, but will this person want this? And so you have to understand, especially as a parent, but definitely as a kid, your social media, it's gonna be there forever. Whatever is out there is gonna be there forever. And so if you're posting stuff that's inappropriate, you have to understand that you may miss out on stuff because of that. They're gonna judge you based on what they see on a 10-second video instead of let me research, let me go more into that. So social media can be a tool, but it can also be your demise. So it's definitely really important because kids are gonna be kids, to monitor. He has them. Take that down. He'll delete something quick. No, hold on, that ain't, and I mean, we have a really low threshold, for that stuff. But I think sometimes parents let it be a free for all, and we're like, ooh,
yeah.
And so I think that.
Yeah, if you're building a brand, you have to move like a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
And it's big money out there. You got to move like you want to get it.
That's a fact. Who is this? Somebody said I advocated for you, Bella.
Savannah? That's my work bestie. My work bestie.
They were all against me.
Yeah.
Versus everybody.
Candy got me rolling.
Candy's a whole man.
Get out the chat. Get out the chat.
DK says, "Oh, that's a good question. What challenge are you looking forward to at Duke?"
Just going against super high talented athletes every single day in practice. I think that's what I'm most looking forward to, is going against everyone on the team every day.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yes. Now, y'all are a basketball family. How many athletes?
We have 5
Four,
kids.
five, four,
Five.
Five. 2 boys, 3 girls.
Yeah.
5. So 5 athletes. Can you I don't even really know my question, but really just managing that many athletes in a household, setting the bar high for them, the expectations. Like you said, your son is at Houston right now. Like, what does that process look like from schedules, from just balancing the social life, like everything? Like, how are y'all able to do it?
I mean, honestly, some days I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, the day's over and we did it. But I think it is hard. Our oldest is 24 and he played basketball. He went D3 when he graduated, and then we have Kingston that's
Older than Kingston.
older,
Okay, so
yeah,
I mean,
older than Kingston. So he's 24. He went to McMurray when he graduated. He graduated from Brennan too. And then we
okay.
have Kingston, freshman right now at Houston, and then Bella, and then we have two younger ones that are 13 and 11. And so all five played. And all five played like everybody played, and so
Yeah.
that was a struggle when you travel for AAU, because we were split a lot. I was with Shaden, he was with Kingston, and then he was with Kingston, I was with Bella, and so it was never. And sometimes this person is with this other kid, like we literally are spread, which is why our village is amazing. Like we literally, I think the biggest thing, I think there's having AAU is twofold. Like if you really pick your AAU team correctly, like you'll have a village, you'll have people that are family and people that you will trust with your children. This last summer for Katie, the 13-year-old, she played and she traveled, but it was Bella's last summer, and so she went, with a mom, and she's absolutely amazing. And I was like, well, I guess she's your kid for the summer. And so, but we trusted, we knew it was going to happen, and so I think without that village and knowing like, okay, these people are for me and this is my like family, then it wouldn't be possible. And we're a 2-parent household. So 2-parent household, 5 kids, it wouldn't be possible without having people around us to help. But the schedule's crazy. I think this guy's rebounded, I don't know how many balls. I think as the kids got younger, I think kids, this is their first time through life. They don't know what they don't know. And so the little girls, especially, and Bella, like we have pictures them on benches while he's coaching sleep. So all they know is basketball. So whatever, if you're like, I want my kid to play basketball, if they're a basketball family, like our younger two will be like, oh, hold on, there's a party Saturday. Hey, hold on, I don't know if I can go. Do we have training? Is there a tournament? Because that's just what their life is.
Go get shots
And
up
so
first.
like they don't,
Yep.
when people would be like, let them be kids, like no, that's how they're kids. They know that. I got to get my shots up, let me do my ball handling. And that's just how it was with her, because when you set that standard forever, like that's what the standard is. There's no question on what we're doing. So it looks hard from somebody looking in, but they don't know any different. They know, with the house, but it's exhausting, and we're broken exhausted. So, but it's so rewarding, to see them come on the other side. Like our oldest graduated college, and it's so amazing to see him grow as a man. Kingston's in his freshman year, and he's doing great at Houston. They play their first game Monday, and then Bella going to Duke. So it's exhausting, and we're spread thin, but like seeing them grow, it makes it all worth it.
I love it. Now, you say what?
No, that was great. Great answer.
You ain't got nothing for it. That was the answer. Now, can y'all talk to, like you just said, like that basketball, that is their fun. Like that is, they know that. I feel like a lot of parents worry about like the burnout, right? If they're doing it, and like you said, you've had 3. You had one that with McMurray, Kingston, and then Bella. This is her senior year. So they went through that process. Like, can y'all just talk about like that, of like the parents worrying about the burnout stage of like doing basketball so much?
I don't believe in burnout. So to me, burnout is when the end result you have didn't match like what you thought you were gonna, the work you put in didn't match the end result you had. So you get to the end of your path and you're not where you thought you were gonna be. Maybe you wanted to play at Baylor, but you never put in extra work. You're not extremely athletic, and you just kind of played around. And now you get to the end in this senior year, and you're like nobody wants me. TOU's not like is the only school offer I got. Well, how did you think you were gonna get there? So for us, we've always done goal setting, and at the beginning of every year, they have to write down 10 goals. And then from there, we work backwards on how we're going to accomplish those goals. And if they, at the end of the year, they want to the next year, they want to change their goals, that's fine. But as long as they're your goals, I'm going to always hold you accountable to what you said you want to do. Now, mind you, I don't put any parameters on these goals. Our middle daughter said she wants to own a giraffe one day. You know what? Then you need to be rich.
Right.
Own a zoo at some point. So but I will navigate that back. Okay, so you got to play basketball, get a free education, get NIL, get a good job, then buy a zoo one day, and now you got your giraffe. Like, we'll figure out how to get you to your goals. But as long as it's their goals and we hold them accountable and we say, this is what it's going to take. These are the steps you have to take to get there. You always know what it takes to get there. I'm going to always hold you accountable to those steps. And then as long as you put in your work, there's absolutely no reason why you won't accomplish that goal. So then there's no reason to burn out at the end of the day. You accomplish your goal. And then when we get to that goal, now we'll just make a new goal. But you're not going to burn out.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
To piggyback on him, it's unrealistic expectations, right? Like, you have to look at where, like, everybody's not going to go D1. Everybody's not going to go, like, high major. Like, it just is what it is. Like, you can put the same amount of work in and you feel like you work just as hard, and it's just not in the cards. And so you have to set those realistic expectations and don't say, like, D1 or bust. If you want to play basketball, there's so many other schools, so many other programs. There's other scholarships that you can get. There's so much that you can get. And so you have to set the expectation on, okay, like, where can they be? Like, where is a good fit? What is it that you want to do? Do you want to play at the next level? Do you want to do, and so I think that not setting realistic expectations makes you feel burnt out, because the same reason.
Absolutely.
Exact same reasons, because you're not where you thought you would be based on what you put in.
And also having, like, interests and hobbies and knowing who you are outside of basketball, because whenever you get tired of basketball, you could go take a break from it, and then you come back and you're like, you miss it. So I think that's important too.
That's good. I always say D-free. D-free. Giraffe gang is crazy. Somebody talking about giraffe gang. What's your favorite?
Wants to be what did she say? Part-time stay-at-home mom. My youngest said she wants to be a part-time stay-at-home mom, and I'm trying to figure out what that looks like. Because I don't know. That sounds like, a good thing. So, all right, we got a draft and a part-time stay-at-home mom situation.
That is too funny. You say what, Bella?
My favorite WNBA team is the Aces. I saw that question just.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite team? Yep, the Aces. Shout out to them Aces. Shayla, Mom of the Year.
That's my sister.
Last question.
I'm like, I'll pay y'all after the show. No.
Listen, because y'all got all the comments. I ain't even put all of them up here. You say what?
We got 5 kids. We've been in this for 15 years, 17. How many years? I don't even know.
2007.
A lot of years.
2008 we moved here.
Yeah, we've been.
That's crazy. Knowing what y'all know now, and this is for both or all three actually, but knowing what y'all know now, what would you have done different?
Worked harder.
You would say worked harder?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this, but I would say listen to my parents the first time.
Yeah. That's the work harder part. That's the work harder part.
Listen to your parents.
I think we had
they know what they're talking about.
I think we had a lot of times, especially when they start getting to, like, preteen, for sure, like teenage years.
Yeah.
Where you're trying to find your independence and you're just tired of, and I'm a tyrant. I fully acknowledge that. And we're going to get in the gym, we're going to work, and we're going to have these standards, and we'll stay here 4 hours. If you're just not doing what you're supposed to do.
A lot of late nights in that Brennan gym.
We'll stay here for hours. And if the janitors kick us out, I'll find a court somewhere. Like we'll go for hours. And it was a lot of just fighting. So work, maybe not so much harder, but work smarter. If we were on the same page consistently, we could have gotten more work done. That's it. I don't regret anything else. Like everything we did was a lesson. We learned from it. Every part of the process built her as a better person, built me as a better
got
parent.
Us all here.
Yeah, got us to where we are. So really, we can't be upset with anything we've done. Just maybe be more efficient with the way we work.
I like it. Mom, you got anything? Okay.
I wouldn't change anything because, it got us here. It got us, her to this place, and so it got us here. I wouldn't change anything.
Bella said, listen to the parents. I really appreciate this one was good. I really appreciate y'all. I love when we could just come on and laugh and talk and give advice. As I said before y'all kind of came on, I've been watching you for a long time, Bella, and just really, really excited to see your growth from where you have matured to and where you're gonna go. Like, I cannot wait to see you at Duke. Dee's foresight is magic. Y'all is funny. But I cannot wait to see. I mean, you got your senior year at the end of the day. So you got this year. Before we get off, what's your goals? What are you looking forward to this year, your senior year?
I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say anything out loud. But I think I just want to look back on the season and know that I gave it my all and left everything on the floor. I just want to leave with no regrets.
I like it. Leave a legacy. I like that. Well, I look forward to, I'm sure I'm going to be able to watch some games. So I look forward to watching with Brennan. And I look forward to seeing you on the TV screen.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Thank y'all. Definitely. Oh, and before we go, Bella, y'all. Bella also. Yes. What's the name of the podcast again?
It's called The Journey.
The Journey.
Yes.
So they just type in The Journey?
The Journey with Bella Flemings, and I think you should be able to pop up. And it's on everything. On TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. The full episodes are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
I have the link to the YouTube in my bio on Instagram.
And then your Instagram is at Bella Flemings, right? Wait, Bella dot?
Yes, Flemings. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just put them both in the chat. Y'all. Yep, I got it. Make sure y'all go support. Bella talked about earlier, like finding hobbies, finding other interests. And she has a podcast. So make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. Go follow her on Instagram. A lot of dope stuff that she's doing. Again, thank y'all. It's a good family energy for sure.
Thank you.
Thank y'all again for hopping on. I'm sure I will see y'all soon.
Yes, ma'am. Take care. Thank
you. Where are we at, y'all? There we go, y'all. Great conversation. A great conversation. Now, I got a little bit of homework to do, y'all. My coach has challenged me to every single live. I talk about the super chat, but he's like, you need to show them. So this is my homework. I'm just doing my homework. I'm going to show y'all where the super chat is. I'll get these questions of where is the super chat. If you click on the chat, you see that $. You can click super stickers. 99 cents. You can do as low as 99 cents. You can see the super chat. Again, I think you can do as low as 99 cents. You drop a little note. I couldn't type. But you can drop a little note, go to purchase, double click, and boom, you are done. So if you want to support the channel, you can drop a super chat. I'm gonna keep bringing these Wednesday lives and any other lives. Like my goal is to go live. Let's get up a little bit, y'all. My goal is to go live a lot. Like that's kind of how I am ending 2025, going live. I'm gonna keep doing a Wednesday series. I'm gonna probably get to some schools. Media days are kind of over, but I think I might be going to a school on Monday. I just might be going to a school on Monday, but some media days. Y'all have enjoyed the high school tour. There's a playlist for this commitment series. So if y'all want to watch any other commitments, go on the playlist. Like every single Wednesday, I'm going to have 3 athletes who have made their decision and come on and talk about it. Their parents, come give some advice. And we have a good little time. Like I enjoyed all 3 interviews today. Shakai was first. Let me go back to Shakai. Where is Shakai? Shakai was first. That is going to Penn State. Autumn was second. That is going to Duke. Autumn and Bella are going to be teammates. And Bella, who is also going to Duke. So 3 athletes. Shout out to you, Candy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I want to bring these on every single Wednesday. because this platform, what I'm doing is helping parents navigate this journey, so that they can help their athletes reach the next level. So why not bring on people who have made the decision, who have went through these. Shout out to DK. Always come through with the come through. I appreciate it, DK, with the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Marley. Yes, we are. We are. So you and Auntie need to come back. We are Texas. So we were doing WNBA commentary. We was waiting on college season. We are going to be doing some Texas commentary. So I think they might play. Oh, they might play Monday, and I might be in Austin. But y'all watch out for that. Me and my mama will be doing some commentary, and we are following Texas this year. So I'm super excited for that. SA Finest is in the building. Shout out to SA Finest. I appreciate that, Marley. I appreciate y'all for always rocking with me too. Coming in. Y'all know I love to talk to y'all in the chat. So I love when y'all be active. When y'all be active, don't worry. It is coming back. Y'all, my mama talking about I agree. It is coming back for sure. Hey girl, hey. What is up? Again, if y'all have not hit the subscribe button, I have a goal to get to 3,500 by the end of the month. End of the month is November. I'm kind of already in November at this point. But I got a goal to get to 3,500 subscribers by the end of the month. Every like helps. Every subscriber helps. And I'm going to keep bringing y'all this information. Again, thank y'all so much. Where we at? Thank y'all so much for hanging with me tonight. Until next time, we are out. Thank you for staying to the very end. For that, I got a gift for you. You see, I'm always indifferent, and you can be indifferent too. It's just different. Apparel.com. Use code podcast to get 15% off. And if you did not like and subscribe, go ahead and do that.